We begin over in Moscow. Russian President Vladimir Putin issued new nuclear warnings to the U.S. over Ukraine in his speech to the nation. Meanwhile, U.S. President Joe Biden warned Ukraine will never be a victory for Russia. Our Seung-jae reports.
During a State of the Nation address on Tuesday, Russian President Vladimir Putin announced Moscow will be suspending the New START nuclear reduction treaty with the U.S., the last remaining agreement which regulates the world's two largest nuclear arsenals.
They want to deliver us a strategic defeat and claim our nuclear facilities. Regarding this, I have to say that Russia suspends its participation in the New START treaty.
Putin, however, stressed that Russia is not completely abandoning the treaty, but only suspending it for the time being. He also noted that amid the ongoing geopolitical tensions, Russia will need to be ready to conduct nuclear tests, but only if the U.S. does so first. The New START treaty limits the number of intercontinental range nuclear weapons that the U.S. and Russia can have. Both countries can also inspect each other's weapons sites under the pact. It was extended in 2021 for another 5 years. Putin's speech addressed Russia's political and military elite, who gave the Russian president several standing ovations. However, the reaction from Ukraine was completely different. Kyiv says Putin's latest speech indicates that Russia has reached a strategic dead end and that Putin is in a completely different reality. Meanwhile, over in Warsaw, U.S. President Joe Biden delivered a speech a day after a secret visit to Kyiv, promising that Russia will never be victorious over Ukraine, while vowing unwavering support for Ukraine.
Brutality will never grind down the will of the free, and Ukraine will never be a victory for Russia. Never.
Meanwhile, 6 people were killed and 12 others wounded in Russian shelling in Kherson on Tuesday. The Ukrainian Southern Command said the shellings occurred while Russian President Vladimir Putin was giving a State of the Nation address. Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky called the latest attack a ruthless killing of civilians, adding that Russia targeted residential areas, high-rise buildings, public transport stops, and parking lots. Seung-jae, Arirang News.